Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. This is Jennifer. As you can see, I'm in full-on festive mode. I've got my Santa hat on, which is practically vintage at this point. Joel's gifted this to me in 1995, so it's been a while. First up on the wall behind us is a quilt made by Sarah in Houston. This was our Fandom and Stitches There and Back Again Tababomb, also known as the Hobbit quilt along from 2012, I think. I'm pretty sure this was 2012. This was the first quilt along that we did that was a collaboration. Really fun to see this come through. I know she wanted to make this as a gift, but she said she couldn't get it big enough, so she gave it to me, and it will go out to Linus in December. This was in the big batch of quilts that I quilted that I showed you last week. This is the only one I got binding on, but one is better than zero. The reason I only got one bound is I have been super busy doing Christmas crafts. Some of them are gifts, some of them are ornaments. Last week, Jeanie showed a Christmas tree that she made, like a little plush Christmas tree, and it set off so many memories in my head. I am sure that I saw those when I was growing up. I'm almost positive that one of my grandmothers had one, which made me want to make one. So I followed the link that Jeanie shared, and I will put that link in my description as well. The first one I made was for my daughter, and she wanted bells on hers, so I don't have it anymore, but I have some video. This is made out of my leftover Christmas fabric that I used for masks, so it's really nice to use those in something more festive and fun. And then I added a little fabric in to coordinate because I didn't have quite enough. I didn't exactly follow the directions on this because she used 2 fabrics and I used 3, and I really like the way it came out. It's cute and funky and fun. I loved it so much I made myself one, and this is mine. And I did want to show you this. So this is my little Christmas star that I made, and this is glitter cardstock. I cut 4 of these out on my Cricut, and you could definitely do this by hand. I just did it that way because I have a toy and I can do that. And then I just hot melt glued it to a pipe cleaner, and this is so plushy that I can put it down in between the segments, and when I push it all the way down, as long as the wire is all the way in, as you can see, it stays put really nicely. I will give you a couple of tips from my own experience. One, make sure you follow the directions, because I'm really bad about going, I can make that, and then not reading the instructions. Should never do that. I want people to read my instructions. I should read theirs. The pattern is in metric. I just did it, it said 1 centimeter seam allowance. I just did a quarter. I marked my 1/4 inches on all my points, and make sure when you turn your fabric right side out, before you sew the segments together, so you layer 3 on top and you sew a seam down the middle, before you do that, make sure you've turned your seam allowance under. Makes it way easier to hand stitch this little bit right here. So anyway, I love this. I might make another one. I got a message last week from my Sarah, who lives here, and she was asking if I could make her some mistletoe, which I have made. Previously, I had made 2 sets of mistletoe. It's a lace pattern from Urban Threads. I pulled my embroidery machine out, and I will tell you guys, some of you already know this because I talked about it in Houston. Flash drive on my embroidery machine is going out, and it has a short or something, and so sometimes it takes me like 10 times to transfer the design. I'll plug it in and it won't see the flash drive, and I'll unplug it, I'll plug it in, I'll plug. Anyway, I did manage to get all of the designs transferred, and I got it stitched out for her. I'm gonna show you a picture here because, again, I've already given it to her and she's already got it hanging up in her condo. Very excited that she gets to have that, and that is the 3rd set of that mistletoe that I've made. I am gonna try to get my machine fixed. I just haven't done it yet. The big thing that I've been doing, believe it or not, those were not the big things. The big thing that I have been doing the last week are pajamas for my family. So one of the things that I do every year is that I give everyone a set of pajamas. So they get pajama pants, pajama shirt. This has been everything from a set that comes together to me finding fun pants and putting a fun shirt with it, to me starting with like a Fandom t-shirt and then putting like plaid pants with it. I've done infinite varieties over the years, and this year what I did was I bought flannel pants for all of the kids, so the not me and not my husband. Most of them, not all of them, most of them had animals on them. So I'm gonna show my daughters. So I don't think she's watching, but if you are, turn this off right now or you're going to be spoiled for Christmas. I'm only going to show hers and her fiance's because I'm 99% sure they don't watch my videos. I'm not going to show my son's just because it's a little PG-13 and that's a little more than I want to share on my videos. So I'm not going to share his, but I am going to show my daughter's and her fiance's. And I'm super happy about these because I used images from Design Space to create my own design and they came out so good. So this one is my daughter's and it says it's cuddle weather. And then I made the exact thing for her fiance except that the bears are facing each other. So let's see if I can show this in a way where you can really see it. So the bears, when they sit or stand next to each other, the bears will be facing each other, and I love these so much. I hadn't done a whole lot of layering with HTV, which is the heat transfer vinyl. So this is a plain white vinyl, and then he's got his little eye and nose. This is, you can hear that, that's glitter vinyl on top, and then the snowflakes are also glitter. It took me a little bit to figure out because it's the first time I've done this, and I spent a lot of time lining the bears up on each one so that they would be, like when the shirts are side by side, they would be like basically nose to nose. Really happy with these. The pajama pants have like Arctic animals on them, which is why I did polar bears. Super happy with those. I did put that in my Design Space on Cricut because all of those elements came from Design Space and I just put them together into like a design. So like if you have Design Space, you could make it too. I do have another Cricut project that I did that I've been wanting to try and I finally tried it. Cricut has an engraving feature and I a while back got the engraving tip because I knew I was going to want to try it because if I have a toy, I want to try every part of the toy. So I had some acrylic ornaments. You guys will remember these from the gaming ornaments that I made. And I found a free image of Cthulhu online. My husband is a Lovecraft fan, and so I figured I would do something that we could keep even if it didn't work out. And I didn't get the alignment quite right, but it is... You can see him there? That is a Cthulhu on this ornament. Now, I got it a little too high, but that was just me trying to figure out how to place the design. You know, you basically put this on your mat and secure it. I used a little masking tape, and then you show the computer where you're going to place it. So the reason I wanted to try the acrylic is my son and I want to make some lamps for Christmas. So we had talked about this before. We had seen some in the mall and we decided we wanted to do some custom ones. So we bought these little lamp bases. This is like an LED lamp base. You can see the light inside. This, now you can really see him. Get that so you can't see there you go. So this is why I wanted to learn how to do this. This was my first one. I did this as a test. I got bases and then I got acrylic that will fit in my Cricut. It has to be 2 millimeters or less. So this is a 2 millimeter. So this is like a 2 millimeter piece of acrylic. So I did that one as my test and then I made this one for me. And this is, again, this is a design in Design Space. So the main thing for me was just figuring out how to make it the right shape and get it like centered. And I love this so much. And this has different colors. So I will put a link to this in the description. I will tell you the pieces this comes with do not fit in the Cricut, but I do have some vinyl that is basically like the stuff you would put like in your windows. It's called etched vinyl, and so it looks like it's etched. So I'm gonna try that on the pieces that don't fit in the Cricut. I think I only have 2 more big things to finish. I do a thing where if someone spends Christmas with us and it's like kind of the first time, I will make them what I call my supersized fleece blanket. It is 9 feet long and it's 2 layers of fleece that I've serged around the edges. It's really easy. I went to Joann's this weekend with Sarah and we picked out some fleece for her significant other, and it was like $3 a yard, which really surprised me, so I got a smoking deal on the fleece. But I will be putting that together this week, and it's not anything super fancy, but I kind of think of it as a welcome blanket. Like, it's your first Christmas with us. Here's your first handmade thing. If you stick around, there will probably be more because that is my jam. I will also be making a stocking so that when they come for Christmas, that they both, she already has a stocking with us. She's come to Christmas for years and years and years, but I want to make sure there's a stocking for both of them. So I will be making a new stocking this week, which I will show you next week. And guys, I think that's it. I have been recording for ages, so I'm hoping I can get this down. I like my videos to be 10 minutes or less, but I don't always succeed. I do have more binding to get done because obviously I want to have as many quilts finished as possible to turn in for Linus at our December meeting. Hope that you are having a nice month of crafting. It's been really freeing to be working on all of these crazy holiday crafts and just be making stuff for fun. I've done so much stuff that I've been obligated to do the last year that it's just been like wonderful to work on stuff that's really just fun and satisfying to me. Nobody wants me to make it. Nobody minds if I don't make it, but they are happy that I am, and I am happy that I am, and I am delighted to be crafting. So you guys have, again, wonderful week, crafty week. Join us on Talk to Me Tuesday, and I will see you next week. Bye. P.S. I did get some pictures from Claudia of her with her Talk to Me Tuesday t-shirt, so enjoy.